There be no further business discussed. This meeting is adjourned. Now we're going to go into our CFD. I'd like to call the Community Facilities District meeting to order for December 12th, 2022. This is a joint meeting of the following Community Facilities District: Community Facilities District General District Number 1, Palm Valley Community Facilities District Number 3, Community Facilities Utilities District Number 1, Wildflower Ranch Community Facilities District, Wildflower Ranch Community Facilities District Number 2, Cottonflower Community Facilities District, Estrella Mountain Ranch Community Facilities District, King Ranch Community Facilities District, Centerra Community Facilities District, and Cortina Community Facilities District. Will the city clerk please read the roll call?
Let the record reflect that Vice Chair Hampton is not present. We
Can
do
I
have
get
our
a-
voting tablets up if you want.
What's that?
Our voting tablets are situated for the CFD, if you want to go ahead and mark yourself.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can I get a motion and a second, I guess, to excuse him, right?
So moved.
Got a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Now it's time for the citizens who would like to address the CFD board on any non-agenda items within the jurisdiction of the board. We have any,
No chair,
no chair?
no speakers. Chair.
Will the district clerk please read consent agenda items 1 by title only?
Number 1, approval of minutes.
No, that was good. Does anybody on the board wish to remove the item? I see none. All right. Open the voting. Six zero. All right, we have a public hearing next on the agenda for the final assessment of Lucera Number 2 Assessment District. Open public hearing. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Thank you, Chair Pizzillo, members of the board. My name is Jared Askelson. I'm the Deputy Finance Director for the City of Goodyear and for the district boards. Tonight, we're going to finalize our business with the formation of Lucero Number 2 Special Assessment District within Estrella Mountain Ranch. A week ago, we had a public hearing on the feasibility report and then took action on approving the feasibility report, ordered the work to be completed. The work actually was completed with Lucero 1 about 2 years ago, and then we levied the assessments. A little bit of background: the location is within Estrella Mountain Ranch. It's the 8th district formed within Estrella Mountain Ranch, 87 acres, 278 single-family lots. The financing plan is $4.8 million total, $4 million of project acquisition, about $500,000 of reserve and interest associated with the bonds, and about $250,000 worth of cost of issuance and underwriting fees. The funds for the $4.8 million will mostly come from bond proceeds, $4.4 million total. The remaining $400,000 will be coming from the majority landowner, who will be making a contribution for some of the cost of issuances, as well as paying down some of the assessments themselves in one of the parcels that didn't quite meet our value to lien requirements. That will leave a $16,000 assessment for each of the lots within the assessment district. That will be spread over 20 or 25 years when we issue the bonds. That will set the actual amount for each annual payment. The total principal amount will be $16,000, with the one exception where the majority landowner paid down $500 to get it to $15,500. Since that meeting, the district engineer has determined that the work is complete and that it benefits the district, and the assessments are in proportion to the benefit that the property owners will receive. Tonight, we will conduct this public hearing on the assessment district. Then we will take action for ordering the collection of the assessments, and then also to issue the bonds themselves. And with that, I'll answer any questions you may have.
Any speaker cards?
No chair.
Anybody in the audience like to speak? Seeing none, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. The item has no board action, so we'll just go ahead and move on to business. I'd like to remind the board to wait until this motion is on the table before asking any questions. First item on the business is to consider adopting a resolution approving the assessment. Again, back up, Jarrett, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair Pizzillo, members of the board. This first item sets the collection for those assessments beginning next year with the tax bills. So we won't actually start the collections till next fall. But the amounts will vary depending on the duration of the bonds and the interest rates when we issue them, but somewhere between $1,100 and $1,500 a year.
Okay. Thank you. Any speaker cards?
No, Chair.
Anybody in the audience like to speak on this issue? Will the district clerk please read the resolution EMR CFD Resolution 2022-154 by title only?
Adopt Resolution EMR CFD Resolution 2022-154, approving the assessment in the proceedings heretofore had and taken for the Estrella Mountain Ranch Community Facilities District, City of Goodyear, Arizona, Lucero Assessment District Number 2, determining the work has been completed in accordance with the plans and specifications and ordering the collection of the amount assessed.
Thank you. Please enter a motion and a second to adopt the resolution EMR CFD Resolution 2022-154. I see a motion and a second. Can you go ahead, open for discussion? Seeing none, go ahead and vote. Passes 6-0 on the motion. The next and last item on the business is to consider the adopting of resolution to issue the bonds for Lucero Number 2. Go ahead, you're back up.
Thank you, Chair Pizzillo, members of the board. This is the final action that we take for Lucero 2, issuing the bonds themselves, so $4.4 million total. And the actual date that it'll be issued will be after January 1st because of the holidays. It's not really a good time to go out in the bond market, so likely we'll be going out in January with these bonds.
Thank you. Any speaker cards?
No, Chair.
Anyone in the audience like to speak on this issue? Seeing none, will the district clerk please read resolution EMR CFD Resolution 2022-155 by title only?
Adopt Resolution EMR CFD Resolution 2022-155, authorizing the issuance of its Lucero Assessment District Number 2 Special Assessment Revenue Bond Series 2023 in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $4,429,000, approving the form and authorizing the execution and delivery of a bond registrar, transfer agent, and paying agent contract, a purchase contract relating to the bonds, a continuing disclosure undertaking, and certain other documents securing the payment of or relating to the bonds, ratifying and approving a preliminary official statement relating to the bonds, approving a final official statement relating to the bonds, awarding the bonds to the purchaser thereof, appointing a registrar, transfer agent, and paying agent for the bonds, and taking other actions securing the payment of and relating to the bonds.
Thank you. Do I have a motion and a second already up there on the board? Open for discussion. Seeing no discussion, can I go ahead and open the voting? Passes 6-0. We're going to take a 10-minute break, come back to the regular meeting. No further business. This meeting's adjourned.